Okay. All right. Hi, you guys. I am so excited to do this very first meeting, and I'm nervous too. So,
We all are. It's okay. It's how it
I
goes
know.
in the
Oh,
beginning.
where'd Kathy go? Oh, there she is. Okay. But so I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of what has happened since I started Plexus just 2 months ago. Mostly the business side, because I think I've been sharing quite a bit on Facebook of the health journey. But I wanted to share how excited I am about the business side of it as well. Before I ever heard of Plexus, I had only heard of it, 2 months ago when I first started. But before I heard of it, I was looking for I've been looking for something for quite some time that, because I knew that some of the health issues that my family had, all stemming from, autoimmune issues and anxiety and things like that. I knew that that it was nutritional. I knew that I had to do something about our nutritional aspect and our diet and things like that. I just didn't know how to do it and get all 6 of my kids and my husband on board with it. I would try here and there, and I wasn't very successful at it. And so I always felt like I was hitting brick walls. And I also just wanted, especially with Christmas coming up, I just felt like, I wish I could just make like $300 a month. That would just be awesome, just some spending money to just feel like I could do whatever I needed with it, Anyway, so we were kind of at a particular low with our health and with our anxiety about 2 months ago when I saw Laura post on Facebook. She did a Facebook Live, and I just really connected with her, and I instantly, I'd never heard of it before, and I just was like, you know what, I want in, and I called her, and I'm pretty sure it was the last day of the month, like about 5 minutes before 10 o'clock, and I think the deadline was 10 o'clock. Literally, I mean, like last minute, the very last minute that I could possibly sign up and help her get to whatever goal she was, and I didn't know what she was trying to get to a goal or anything, but anyways, and I just was excited because it seemed it really helped her. And I was like, I'm desperate. We've got to do something, and what I've done hasn't worked. So I started doing it, and I went to the first meeting with Christy at Annette's house, and I just sat there, and you must think I'm such a boob. I just bawled, and I just, I'm not super like that. And I just knew that this was something that was really good for me, and this was something that brought two of my needs together, and in a way that I just didn't even understand, and I still don't even fully understand it. I'm just getting an inkling of it, and it gives me chills. So I just started researching and doing my own. I just wanted to learn as much as I possibly can. I still am just a sponge. I want to know as much as I can. And as I have been researching it, everything is just so online with all the needs that I have. My blood sugar levels, my insulin, I was told that I was pre-diabetic. And I was so scared but didn't know what to do with it. They put me on metformin, and it was horrible, And anyways, so I just started sharing, just put it on Facebook, just kind of like a journal entry. And people just started, hey, you have more energy, you're sleeping better, you don't need naps anymore. That's cool. Tell me more about it. And just in the past 2 months, I now have 20 people on my team, and by the end of this month, I am set up to go gold, which is just really exciting. And what that is that about so there's ambassador, silver, senior ambassador, silver, and then gold. Is that what it is, Christy?
So we just say silver. Silver is when you have 3, and then gold is when you have 20.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So, and that's about an income of about $1,000 a month, which is really exciting to me. I was looking for $300 a month, so, but what the blessing has been is that I have not, so I've been able to, so I take the product, my husband takes it, and my two oldest daughters who are 17 and 16. And I don't pay out of my pocket for it. I have been able to earn enough to pay for and all my kids, my three younger kids, I'll take the multivitamin, the X Factor kids. So everybody in my family, so 8 people are taking it, and that's just amazing to me. I did not expect that when I first signed up. So and I see the potential. I talked to Christy and I see how it's changing her financial future. And I just want everybody I know to understand that these aren't pots, that this isn't makeup, these aren't leggings. This is a product that works and that changes people's lives and gives them back their life. Mm-hmm. It's a residual income that continues to come in, and just the potential for financial freedom is real, and I just want to share that with everybody, and so that's why I've been sharing my guts out. I love that it's helping myself and my family, and we're still. I mean, it hasn't solved everything. It's been 2 months, and my family's been on it for 2 weeks, I think, everyone, and so we're still, having die-off issues, and I mean, it's not like lollipops and rainbows, but I still have a tremendous hope, and I know that that first 2 weeks that I was on it, I had such clarity, and then I started having die-off symptoms, but I know that's coming back to me, and I feel it every time, each day it keeps getting better. I started on a loaded dose of ease too, and that has been helping as well. And Vital Biome, that's I think a pretty awesome one too. Anyway, so that's my story, that I just feel that this is a very unique opportunity where a lot of people don't know Plexus very well yet, and an incredible company and an incredible product. And that's what makes this just a really special opportunity for anyone who just has the heart for it.
Absolutely. I love that, Suzi. And the thing that's so cool to watch is that you and your big, huge heart draws people in. And I love watching this. It's unique. The way that you have done this is not normal. Most
really?
people it takes no. I have people that have been working for 9 months to hit gold.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean, some people hit gold really quick. It's kind of one of those things, we can't compare journeys, right? Because everybody has a different set of everything. But I don't think you don't even realize how awesome you're doing because it's all you know, right? But your heart is so big, and that's what I love about Plexus is the bigger your heart is, the bigger your business is going to be, because we're in the business of helping people and not just helping them feel beautiful with makeup. And not that you do what works for you, and that's awesome. But that's what's so awesome is that we're in the business of truly helping people get their quality of life back. It's not fluffy. It's not a luxury product. It's not, oh, we don't have money, so I can't do it this month. It's, no, this is changing the quality of my life. I can do life again, and that's what we get to do. So it's pretty awesome to watch you, because I just see this girl is going somewhere. So if you're on this team with Suzi, you are literally going to be one of the pioneers of a massive team, because Suzi's going somewhere.
That's my plan.
I have 1,400 people on my team right now, okay? And that's taken us about, 17 months to grow, and that's awesome. But I know Suzi's going to have a group of thousands of people, because she has the biggest heart. She's the hardest worker. She's smart. She has what it takes. So for you guys right now, on her team, you are literally in a position to be the pioneers of a massive organization that Suzi's doing with or without any of us. So I love watching her, and I love watching her succeed and thrive. And I know this is just the beginning. And I'm so excited about this team. You guys are awesome. And I love the people that Suzi attracts, because all of you are the same. Big, huge hearts, beautiful, amazing women that are driven and that have hearts to help people. So those are my favorite kind of people to work with. So you guys are awesome, and I just am so excited for what's to come. So really quick, I want to just share with you my story and how I got here, because I'll tell you what, a year and a half ago, if you would have told me I'd be on a Zoom call talking about vitamins, I would have laughed at you and been like, oh, that's really sweet. But Christy doesn't do those things. Like, no, thank you. I have done network marketing in the past. Hello. I did network marketing for about, oh, cute girl, about 3 years, hardcore. I was committed. I was like sold out. We totally bought into this vision and made no money, guys. We had a lot of great experiences. We met a lot of wonderful people and all of that amazing stuff, but we didn't make any money. And I'm sorry, at the end of the day, that's what we got to make things work, is we've got to create abundance. So I was, needless to say, I was like this. Stay away from me with your network marketing. I do not want to hear it. I'm not interested. I don't want to be your prospect. And I don't want to hear about rank ups. Like, don't talk to me about it. I was super, super negative about it. Okay, so, but my health story, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because I want to get into other things like on the business side, but I did make a video that's more updated on my health journey. So you can watch that video if you want to see the nitty gritty. But the quick version is I have Hashimoto's like Suzi. I've struggled with thyroid issues for several years. I had struggled with depression, anxiety, which is not who I am. I've always been very active and happy and high on life. And like, I was a gymnast when I was little and just like a go-getter. And I was a cheerleader, and I danced and I did choir and I worked 2 jobs and went to school. I mean, I was always just busy and active and happy. And that was, you know, my happy place. So a few years ago, when I started to feel the effects of the hypothyroidism and the Hashimoto's and like the depression and anxiety, I was like, this is not me. What the heck is going on? So needless to say, it led me on a journey from a functional medicine doctor to a really strict diet for 2 years to like searching for some way to heal my body. And then 20 months ago, I found Plexus. And I found it in the, I do hair part-time, and one of my clients who I love dearly, but she knows very well my thisness about network marketing and about quick fixes and about vitamins and minerals and, you know, magic pills. She knew I was like, don't talk to me about it. I don't do that. Okay. So, but she said, you know, Christy, I know you're really struggling. And I was at a low point after my 4th baby. I know you're really struggling, and I think you need to just look at Plexus. And I was like, that's really sweet. And I patted her on the head and sent her on her way, so to speak. But a couple months later, I was desperate. So I looked at Plexus. The science was there, and I'm like, tell me about the science. I don't want to hear about the claims and the fluffy, you know, whatever. I want to hear about the hardcore facts. So I looked into it, and I learned about the products, and I was really impressed. Plexus is on the very, very edge of what is relevant. They do their scientific clinical trials. They spend the thousands and millions of dollars to have those so that they can do the research that people need to get their hands on in order to know this is legit. So anyway, I learned about it and I was really impressed. Started the products, and I did not have quick results, guys. It was not until 90 days into my Plexus journey that I woke up and was like, oh my gosh, this is working. I was just on faith. I was like, you know what? The science is sound, and I'd been around the block, and I knew that there was no other easy way. I had done the anti-inflammatory diet for 2 years, which is no sugar, dairy, gluten, or yeast at all. So nothing fun at all for 2 years, because I was committed to heal my body. So I knew there was no quick fix. There was no way out except for that kind of strict diet and supplementation or feeling miserable. So I was like, I'm committed to this process for 6 months, and I'm just going to see when I get results. I know I will, because I know about the body, and I knew that healing the gut, reducing inflammation, and balancing blood sugar was what I was supposed to do to get my body healing. So got my results at 90 days, and I was blown away. I was like, I cannot believe how good I feel. I cannot believe how the mental clarity is here. I cannot believe that I don't need naps anymore. I feel happy. I was on Zoloft. Have you guys seen, what is it? Monty Python. I feel happy. Sorry. Talk about squirrel. I just remind, we are a movie line family, so I can't say that without referencing, I feel happy. I did though. I woke up and I was like, I'm myself again. What is in this stuff? At 90 days, I literally started to dive even deeper. I was like, what is in this? This is crazy how good I feel. And so anyway, I did nothing with the business before that, because remember, I was like, no way, back away from me with your network marketing. I don't want any of it. But at that 90-day mark, when I started to feel so good, I started to feel the nudges of, you need to share this. You know, a lot of people that are suffering. And I was like, la, 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 don't do that. I'm not listening. I don't want to do it. But the nudges didn't stop. And so I prayed about it for a whole weekend. I'm a God girl. I'm a Jesus girl. And I believe that his way is always the best way. And so I was like, all right, if this is your deal and you're going to back me up and you're going to make this happen, then I will show up. But please don't make me do it. I don't want to do this. But I prayed about it for a whole weekend. And my answer was very clear and very strong. And it's not about you. I've prepared a way. Oh, and it makes me teary. And there's people that are waiting for you to show up. You need to show up. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. I don't want to do it, but if it's your way, and if you're going to back me up, and it's not about me and my pride and my opinions, I'll do it. Let's go. Because I'm motivated by helping people. That's what makes me get out of my comfort zone. That's what makes me push to do things that are not comfortable, is I love to help people. So I was like, okay, let's do this. It's his way. And I drew my line in the sand. And my why was established early on. I need to help people. There are so many people that live in darkness, so to speak, that have so many health issues that they can't even live their lives. It's like, I always was taught by my parents that you need to point your arrows out, right? You need to think about others. You need to serve others. Don't think about yourself. Don't obsess about how beautiful you are, or how cute and skinny you are, or how skinny or not. Point your arrows out and worry about other people. But when I felt so miserable, my arrows were like this, because I was like, I can't function. I want to serve others, but I can't even get out of bed. Like, I had to, but like in my heart, I wanted to stay in bed all day. I was miserable. So for me to have the opportunity to point my arrows out was amazing. And that's what I felt was at the very core of my why. It was like, okay, if I can help people get some light and start to live their lives again, then that's what I'm all about. And if it's his deal and that he's going to guide me to people that need this, let's go. I don't care what I look like. I don't care what people think of me. I will do this because I'm more afraid of that and him, you know, and not showing up in that way than I am about what people think of me. So at that point, I was talking to Brooke and Emily, and I was grilling them like crazy, because I was like, I'm not going to get into something that's cheesy or where they push you to do weird things or like salesy, gimmicky. I'm not going to post on Facebook 5 times a day. That's just not my style. So if that's what they teach us to do, I am out. And I learned about the company, and I was like, I want to make sure this is a credible company that has integrity, and they have a vision that's big and that's full of integrity and charity. And that's exactly what I found. So grilled Brooke and Emily, found out that there's real money involved. They told me their incomes at the time, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, I don't understand. You're selling vitamins. How are you making $11,000 a month? And $7,000 a month was Emily and Brooke's income at the time. What are you doing? I am like blown away by that. Now, obviously, their incomes are like way more than that. Now they each make about $500,000 a year, just 18 months later, because they're both diamonds in the company. They were, let's see, Emily was almost an emerald, and then Brooke was an emerald at the time, and they were making $7,000 and $11,000. Because I was like, I need to know if you're really making money, because I'm not just gonna like spin my wheels and not have it be a win-win all the way around. This has to be abundant for my family, for the people I'm helping, and everyone, or else I'm not going to do this. So when I found out what they were making, I found out the company was legitimate. I had my answer. I was like, let's go. Let's go in a big way. So I drew my line in the sand and said, you tell me what to do and I will do it. Like, short of dancing on the stage naked, like, I will do whatever you tell me to do. and maybe I'll do it, but with clothes on. That was my attitude. It was, if you guys have been successful, tell me exactly what to do. Tell me what not to do. And if it's something that rings true with me, I'll do it. So I did it. And one of the very first things, and I want you to write this down if you're taking notes. This is one thing I want to talk about. You've got to have a really solid why. Okay? So, and you hear this really cheesy phrase, if your why doesn't make you cry, it's not big enough. And I used to roll my eyes and go, oh, but it's true. You've got to have a really solid reason why you're doing this. Just saying, I just want, $500 extra. It will just help relieve pressure. That's great, but that's not a why. You've got to think, why do you want that? Why is that going to serve you? Why is that going to help you? Why is that going to drive you? Because for me, my why of helping other people heal drove me to do things that I wouldn't normally do or way out of my comfort zone. So my why was to help other people, but also I want to talk about this because this is a huge factor that I think a lot of people struggle with. My husband is an excellent husband. He's an excellent provider. But we were in a position that was not desirable. We had debt. We still are paying some debt off. We had a lot of debt, and it was crushing. The pressure of it, I saw it in my husband's eyes. Oh, crap. And I was sick and tired of that pressure. I was sick and tired of having that financial pressure rule our lives and bring so many stressful, dark things into our family that I was so sick of dealing with. So that was my other why, is like, if I can help people get their lives back and at the same time create abundance financially for my husband and my family, take that burden off of our family, well, then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it big because I want to make decisions based from faith, not fear. I want to start to create abundance, not lack mentality. So you've got to figure out, what is it that drives you? Do you want to have fun? Because I'll tell you what, we have more fun than anyone you've ever seen in your life. When we go on events, we are maniacs. We learn hard, we play hard, or we learn hard and we work hard, but then we play harder. We get free cars. We just picked up our free Lexus a few months ago. Free trips to Hawaii, free trips to Orlando, trips everywhere. Guys, they spoil us rotten. So if you're motivated by fun, honey, you've come to the right place. If you're motivated by helping other people, I could tell you thousands of stories of people that I've been able to help and that indirectly on my team have been able to get their lives back through Plexus. So that is a dream come true for people that like to help people. Maybe you like to hit goals. Maybe you want the dinero. Maybe you want the money. Great. I think we all have a little bit of that in us, or else we wouldn't be driving this hard. If it drives you to have a new car, a new house, or pay off debt, or have a dream vacation, then awesome. Or recognition, or belonging to a community. You've got to figure out what it is that drives you. For me, it was, I want peace. I want financial peace, and I want to help people. That's what drives me every single day. I don't always feel like doing Plexus work, guys. I don't always feel like it, but when I do, when I remember my why and I say, okay, this is getting me to the goal, and my goal is I want my babies to grow up with an abundant mentality. I don't want there to be stress about money. I want to be able to make choices based on faith, based on what we want to do, not based on how much money we have or how much debt we have to pay for. That was my why, and it drove me. So you've got to figure that out. Write it down. What is my why? Why would you want $500 a month? What would that do for you? What would that do for your family? What would that do for your husband? $1,000 a month. What would that do for you? $10,000 a month. You guys, we've realized that. Is that crazy? In 18 months. It's nuts. And I'm so grateful and so humbled by all of it. And it's only growing. We're on track for Sapphire. Our team is on track for Sapphire. That's the second to the top of the company by the end of November. It's crazy. And it's like a $5,000 to $6,000 raise just overnight by hitting that position. And then it just continues to grow as you're continuing to grow and help your people hit their goals. So I want you to know this is such a real opportunity. You literally can change your family's life. Maybe it's time you want. Maybe you have all the money in the world, but you want more time with your family, or you want more freedom with your time and choices. You got to really get clear on that why And that's going to be your foundation that you go back to every single day to help you push and create those pockets to do Plexus. Okay, the other thing, Facebook posting. I want to talk to you about this really quick. And I only tell you the really important things. I'm not a fluffy girl. I don't like to talk about the stuff that's around the edges. Like, I want to talk about the meat. So I want to tell you, Facebook posting from your heart is super effective. So if you have not yet created a Facebook post, I want to tell you it's the very most effective and time efficient way to get the message out. Because I'll tell you, a lot of times we have no idea who's struggling. I can't even believe how many people, when I first posted, I had literally 50 messages within the first day, private messages of people saying, I've been struggling and I don't know what to do. Do you think this could help me? So by putting a Facebook post up, you're able to reach this massive audience of people that maybe you wouldn't ever even think to reach out to, because people try to do their best and put on their best face, but a lot of people suffer in silence, a lot. So I would say putting up a Facebook post is going to be really efficient. Now I want to talk to you about how and why, because when I first heard that, I was like, I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to come off weird. I don't want people to think I'm selling something. That was my fear. But I want you to know, when you share from your heart, you will always come off in a way that is well received. Always. So if you just share, if you don't have a Plexus story yet, then share Suzi's. Say, you know, my friend is having improvement with A, B, and C. Or share Lara's. She's had an incredible Plexus story. Or share mine. Or say, I've had 3 or 4 friends that have seen improvement with energy, with their cravings, and, you know, off antidepressants and stuff. I was on 100 milligrams of Zoloft, and I felt like a zombie. I'm off it completely now, and I feel happier than I ever did. So use somebody else's story if you need to, and just say, I'm so excited because I've just started these supplements that help my friends with A, B, and C. I'm hoping to get this out of it, or I'm hoping to get A, B, and C out of it. I'm so excited to start this journey. It's way more fun to do things with friends. Who wants to do this with me? It's as simple as that. That can be your first post. Put a picture of yourself that you like. It always gets more attention when you have a picture of yourself. So make sure you add that in there, and then post. That's it. And then when people ask questions in the comments, or when they private message you, you can say, you know what, I'm so brand new to this, but my friend Suzi is an expert. I'm going to put you in touch with Suzi, and we're going to talk, we're going to connect with you and find out what you're struggling with, and we're going to get you feeling better, whatever it is. Start a 3-way message with Suzi and Lara. We'll see. I don't know exactly where we're at with that, but Suzi and Lara are working together super well, and they're interested. You're interested person. Let them do all the work, and you just sit back and watch. It's very, very efficient. We've come up with a system that works super, super well, and then you can just sit back and just let it kind of happen. And that's really the most effective way to get things going. Kind of step 1. The next thing I want to say is. And oh, sorry, I want to just make sure that you understand, though, the mindset of Facebook posting is you literally are sharing your heart. You don't want to come off super salesy. You don't want to be gimmicky. You don't want to have pictures of Plexus Slim, like the ones that look like an infomercial. Don't do that. You want to be you. Be authentic. Do something that's going to feel like your vibe. Take that post that I've given you that example and put your spin on it. Make it sound like you, because your friends and family love you. They want to hear from you. And they want it to feel genuine. So you're always going to get a better response when you're sharing something personal. You could even take a picture of your products with your face in it, or you like loving your pink drink and just say, I'm so excited to start this journey. Anything that's more personal is going to get more attention and is going to come off more genuine. So think about doing that as well. I'm going to wrap this up in the next couple of minutes because I don't want it to be too long. But truly, that's probably your first step, is to reach out to Suzi and ask her to help you create a Facebook post, and then get that up, and you'll be really surprised at how many people message you and comment. Okay, the next thing I would say, create a connections list. So this is, we want it to be 63. It's always good to like come up with some number to help you kind of jog your memory. but we want you to do a list of 63. The 3 is going to be the 3 people that will do anything with you, like your best friend, your sister-in-law, and your mom, or whatever, or maybe it's cousins or whatever. Those 3 people that trust you and that you can just say, trust me, we need to do this together. You're going to love it. It's going to change your world. Do this with me. So those are your 3. Write those down. And then you want to, just to jog your memory, think of 30 people that would love the products if they could really catch the vision. And then 30 people that maybe need the business or would love the business. Now I want to say most people don't start out doing the business. I was like, don't talk to me about the business. Just give me the products. So don't be alarmed if people say that, because most people start out that way. But that's just basically to get your mind going and thinking of people that would want to hear about Plexus. So get that connections list down, start thinking of people, and then we have a training coming up on Monday. It's called the 5 Days of DABS Challenge. DABS stands for Daily Action Baby Steps, because we're all about baby steps, like Bob Wiley, right? Baby step to 5 o'clock, whatever. We're all about baby steps. We don't want you to think you have to do this big, massive thing that takes hours every day. We're all about 20-minute increments, baby steps every day. So we're starting this challenge on Monday that's going to go over the basics, like the things I'm talking about, but in a little bit more detail and fun. We give away gift cards every day. It's a lot of fun, and you're going to learn the very most effective things to do to get your business going, okay? But the connections list, start writing that out. Start having a list of people that you want to eventually talk to about Plexus. And that's going to help you have some people that you can work with moving forward. Okay, the last thing I want to talk about is our systems. You guys, here's the deal. A lot of people are in this thing together, or in this thing alone. Like they don't have great upline. They don't have mentors that really invest in them. They don't have systems in place. There are a lot of people that are in that position. But I want you to know that you are not one of them. You have incredibly supportive upline and mentors. Suzi and Lara are amazing. And I'm not saying, I don't say that about everybody. They are incredible leaders, and they are legitimate, what's the word? They are legit, I guess is what I could say. They know their stuff, and they have huge hearts, and they're hard workers. And then I've put these systems together with help from my mentors as well. I've got incredible mentors that are killing it in this business. And I've taken the good that they do and the systems that they've created, and then put maybe some adjustments to things that I get feedback from, with people, you know, saying, oh, I wish it was a little simpler. I wish it was a little shorter. And then we've kind of put our Synergy Plexus flair on it. So we have systems that are plug and play. You literally can show up on Synergy Plexus Builders, and you can see the upcoming events. You can see what you need to plug your people into. We provide a track for you, so you can just plug your people in, and we will do the work for you. And the smartest people take advantage of the systems we have in place. Suzi is one of the smartest people because she's always on it. She's taking advantage of the systems we have and plugging her people in there so that we can do the hard, heavy lifting. We can do the stuff that maybe is scary or overwhelming for you at this point. Did you want to say something, Suzi?
Just that I totally agree with that. I mean, I feel like there has been so much work already done, and I don't have to come up with how to do this. I mean, I was the same as you, Christy. I just was like, tell me what to do and I'll do it. And because I saw the potential right away, and when she told me that I didn't have to reinvent the wheel, and that all that she had created, she had spent a lot of time creating a system that all I had to do was plug into. I said, okay, but it was true. Absolutely true. She has the same event set up every single month strategically at a specific time, and it works. It absolutely works.
Awesome. I love it. Well, but the thing that's cool is Suzi actually digs in. Like the events are there, but some people don't utilize them. And I'm like, oh, you guys, if you would take 30 minutes, once a week, and just sit down and be like, okay, who can I invite to that event? Who can I invite? Get the person in the event. We'll do all the work. It's like brainless. You really just show up and figure out what to do, what events are going on, follow the directions. We even put verbiage because sometimes it's hard to know what to say. And I'll tell you, I try really hard to be genuine and classy. We don't do salesy, like weird stuff that makes people feel awkward. We do really genuine verbiage and communication that works. People like it. I get that feedback all the time. And our results are really working. Like our team is on the top charts of Plexus. What we're doing is working incredibly well because we've had incredible mentors and we have incredible people on our team and we've got a synergy. That's why our team is called Synergy Plexus, because there is nothing but amazing energy on our team. We don't do any weird stuff. There's no backbiting. There's no competing. It's all, we lift each other, we build each other, we cheer each other on, and we get down and dirty and get stuff done and help people change their lives. So I want you to know, you don't need to think. Like, check your brain at the door with this. You can just show up and be coachable and ask, okay, what now? And we're going to help you every step of the way. And we're going to have the system set up so you know exactly what to do. And you can just plug your people in and it will work. Suzi's a perfect example of our systems. I mean, she's going to be gold after 2 months. That's crazy. And she's a result of hard work, and she's extremely coachable, and she plugs her people in better than anyone on my team. She's always the first one plugging her people in, tagging her people, getting people involved in the events. And that's what creates results. Okay, I'm trying to be fast. So last thing I want to say, we have a live event on Friday. Oh, Kathy, I wish you were in Utah. I want to squeeze you. I wish I could hug you. Dang it. I was just about to get excited, and I'm like, oh. So Friday night, November 10th at 7 p.m. at the Provo Library, we're going to have a face-to-face event. Emily Gibson, who's one of my mentors, who's a Diamond ambassador, she's going to be there. I'm going to be there. We're going to have a few other leaders. But it's going to be an incredible event to bring people to that are interested in Plexus, but maybe just wanting to learn. It's so effective to have that face-to-face because people can feel that we're genuine. They can feel that we really, truly want to help people, and they can hear the stories that are so amazing. So if you can make it there, it is going to be well worth your time. And not to mention, again, we usually go out to dinner after, and it's kind of fun. So you'll want to do that too. So there's that happening on Friday. But I would say, too, set aside a little time. If you're super busy, which I get, I'm super busy too. When I first started Plexus, I was like, when am I supposed to do this? I work and I have 4 small kids. Like, I'm not sure when I'm supposed to fit it in. But I decided, I planned ahead. The night before, I'd look at my planner or my phone and say, okay, when can I squeeze in a 20-minute pocket? When can I squeeze in a 30-minute pocket? When can I squeeze in a 10-minute pocket? Like sitting there waiting for my kid at music class in the car. I was like, dang, I'm going to get busy. Make it count. On the toilet, guys. Sometimes I'm like, Mama needs to go potty. And then I'm like, okay, I got 5 minutes by myself. Even if I'm not even going potty, I just sit there with the fan on so they think I am and do my work for 5 or 10 minutes. Guys, if you have time to poop, you have time to do Plexus. Let's just say that. Because you can truly sit down, and if you're intentional, you can spend 20, 30 minutes a day and start to make progress. And that's the goal. So my phone's, oh my gosh, my computer's about to die. Let me plug it in. So that's what I wanted to say, is you don't have to have a huge time commitment in order to make this work. You can plug it in your spare time. You can do it on your lunch break if you work full time. You can do it while you're driving. Not that you look at your phone, but you can send voice messages. You can voice to text, make notes and stuff. You can fit this in the cracks if you really want to make it work, and it's worth it. I'll tell you what, guys, after 18 months, this is crazy what Plexus has allowed our family to do. My husband works part-time now. He's able to be home with us Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. He works from 8 to 1. So he's gone just long enough that I can have my teeny time and have my time with my babies and feel like I'm still the mom, right? And then he comes home at 1 when it's nap time. And then I'm able to go have a break because I'm kind of ready for a break at that time for a couple hours. My kids are in bed having their naps. And I can dig in and do my Plexus. The time I used to have a nap, Now I work Plexus, and I'm able to still be mama. I'm still, doing the deal that I did before, just plugging away in the cracks. So anyway, I'm going to stop talking so that you guys can get to it, and I don't want to take too much of your time, but I just want you to know that we are so excited for you. We're here to support you, and this is a legitimate, real opportunity that will change your world if you want it to, and if you can dig in and work hard with us. So anything else you want to add, Suzi?
I think that's awesome. I think that's perfect. Because I often wonder if people believe me that this is such a legitimate opportunity, because I know I've done other network marketing companies, and I understand the fear of it. But this is different, and this is real, and I really am going places. I mean, I am so committed to this. And I just want to bring as many people with me as I can, because I know that this will bless people's lives. And I always wanted to help people, but I never thought that it could be like this, and I'm excited. I'm so excited to just bring people with me.
I'm excited too, and that's perfect way to end. Our CEO, Alec Clark, is an amazing man. I love him. I've met him several times. He and his wife are so sweet, but his hallmark quote is, "When you're blessed, be a blessing." Mm-hmm. So, I mean, in this huge company that has so many different people and so many different lifestyles, that's what he always ends with, is when you're blessed, be a blessing. And that's what we do. We truly get our lives back, and we're blessed, and then we turn around and we want to be that same light and that same blessing to other people, and then we get showered on with abundance from Plexus as a company. So that's what I would say, you guys. I am just so excited to work with all of you and get to know you better. And I hope you know Laura Sutton was not able to be on this call. Poor thing, she lost her voice, and she's like, I can't even talk. Like, I need to go to bed early and sleep this off. So she's an amazing leader, and you guys will get to hear from her more later. But I love all of you. I can't wait to connect with you more, and let's do this together. So hope you guys have a beautiful night. I'm going to stop this recording, Suzi and Kathy, and then we can chat for a sec. So good night, everyone. Hope you have a good night.